But I have to order some black again. So luckily black is easy to get here. It's the red that's really, really difficult. So every time I see it in stock, I buy what they have, which usually is only like 2 cans. So I'm gonna need some for this armor. It's gonna be a big armor. So, but yeah, we are getting on that. What else are we going to do today? So, like I said, we're gonna finish with the left leg. So we're gonna finish off with this. It's mirrored, so I have to think about it. So Dare lovely sent me some pictures and some comparisons. So I think we are pretty much on point with this one. No, that one. Sorry. And it still needs to be this curve is still not fully. It still needs to be adjusted a little bit. But other than that, I mean, we need to start filling up the seams a little bit so that it's more smooth. And I have to glue this in. That would help. And the inside needs patching so that, especially underneath here, it needs doing. Yeah, that should be alright to do. So, but yeah, that's pretty much the chin armor that's getting there. So now that I have to change over to my shoe armor, so I have to go and start painting the rest of this because it's only got a fake layer on it. I need to make it sure that it's completely equal. You can see it really on this bit. That's actually got a pretty good layer on it. And then the nose cone. And I've got the edges done. And then we can put the so in here we can put the so this is like going to be glued on the inside like that. So we have a piece of, and then we can close it because on the inside is. And then we have a full closure. If after I do a walking test this doesn't stick, I might just stick a piece of and make it fully, because I can literally plunk it over my shoes. So you know, I don't need to, but I wanted to be able to take it off without having to take my shoes off. But then again, I'm thinking now I have to take off my Shin armor. I have to take my shoes off. But anyway, that's a thing for when we start testing all that. So we are getting on that. So, but yeah, that's in general what we've been going on. So what else?
Praise the Emperor!
Oh, why do I not hear it? Hello, Onreg. I was wondering if you could see the stream, and you said I wasn't streaming. Why can I? Did it not work? I can see that you did the Praise the Emperor, but I didn't hear it. As long as you guys heard it, then it's fine. I don't know why I can't hear it. But yeah. A little bit of coffee. Oh. But yeah, so also we talked about this applicator bottle. It really works. However, it's not airtight, airproof, and I had a feeling it wouldn't be, because this plastic lets oxygen stick. Because now what happens? It's thickened inside, which is really annoying. I really wish there's a way of applying this. I've seen people use these kind of bottles, but why is it, you know, drying out so quickly with mine? Unless I have to fill it up fully, and then it doesn't because of the amount that's in there. But this is like how slow it is now. And it's really annoying. So I did read. I had to read up on in the Polish and translate it that acetone can thin it. However, I only have nail polish without acetone, so I have to buy some acetone when I'm next into the shop. So yeah, this is annoying. One of those things. So yeah, I've tried to clean up my desk a little bit. I don't feel I've made much progress, but I feel like it's a little bit clearer. I sharpened my knives. That also is possible, yeah. And that's probably also the reason why the old tins start to go dry quicker, because you put air in it, because there's more air in it. Huh. So actually, if I fill it up, it should help with the oxidizing, because there's less air in it. But I always thought that this kind of plastic isn't like airproof, because you can squeeze it. But it's not, well, that could be a reason, and I just have to fill it up more. We'll have to go and test that. These are not these are not expensive. They're a couple of quid. So yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes chemical sense. Chemistry sense. So yeah, that's maybe something I should test out next week. So I'm not sure if I have time for doing that now, because, Anyways, right. Just checking everything. Making sure. I really want to know why I can't hear my sound words. I really want to fix that, but yeah, one day. And there is something somewhere that I have probably changed the setting. No, but it makes sense. It makes sense that it would be because the air inside, this air here, that makes it. Because if it's only this much, and that air, that would oxidize it. So if I fill it up, there's less air, so it will be less oxidizing. Just means I have to keep it topped up to have it not oxidize as much. Also, I think because since I had my computer reinstalled, it seems to record my music again. Even though I use Pretzel Rock, I still get warnings that there is copyright, even though it's not a copyright strike. Because they allow us to play it, but on YouTube and everything like that, it's just such a pain and seeing all that sort of stuff, and I'd rather not have it there. I know that makes maybe my streams on YouTube a little bit more boring because there's no music, or because you just can't hear it anyway. It's not that loud. It's just I need something in my ears to be able to do anything, because otherwise I'll go staring crazy. Right, anyways. Let's put the keyboard away. And the mouse. The mouse there. I can still reach it. Right, so. We were looking at the. So I don't think JR's here yet. But so we were looking at this. Looking at comparing it to the images. See, that's why I need my mouse again. Come in. Legs. There we go. So. It's a slightly bit more like forward, like I need longer arms, or more like curved. That's why it shows that way. And this way, this was pretty much spot on. Oh, this one. And this one needs to be done just as pointy. So what we're going to do is we're going to glue it all together because, you know, it needs drying. Apparently, because this time I actually read the instructions from the actual manufacturer, before you glue them together, put them together, you need about 15 minutes. If I did that, there'd be no stream. So let's carefully remove the tape. Probably could do is making this a little bit more at an angle. Okay. There I go. I just remembered I forgot to get some water for when we start playing with the foam clay again, but we'll organize a little break when we go at break. This is maybe always a bit of a boring, because you can't see much, but... Right, okay, let's get that off. This stuff is sticks into your fingers. So, one of the things we need to look at is this arrow. And then okay. Right. So yeah, I think that's pretty much spot on. Let's compare again. Because it's a little bit like angled this way, this leg. Yeah, that'll do. If it's not 100%, I mean, it's almost impossible to get things 100%. I should have sanded this down, didn't I? Oh well. Anyways, you go on the side for a second. Because I need to glue these together. before we do anything else. Let's use this one to okay. Screwdriver. Unless this goes, it's at least it doesn't glue the top together. That's nice. It's getting there. Oh, it'll take it. Zip. Come on. Because it's a lot neater applying it like this. Oh, let me remove the freaking legs again. Alright, are you done yet? No, this is going to take forever and a day. Let's see if I can leave you standing like that. Come on. Try that. In the meantime, do what I always do. Use a piece of soap, a piece of foam. Fell over. Alright, you stay there. Alright. Or we have to wait now, and this is always the problem when you're doing this kind of stuff. I can't really do anything. Anything I can do at the moment while I'm waiting for this to take its time. You can go there again. Oh, we got the other knee pad. That one goes on the other side. So that's, you can see the progress I've made while making this. So you can see that they're still shiny and they need to be almost dry. So we'll have to just wait for that. And then we can place them inside. And then we have to start thinking about how the fuck we're gonna do that knee, that skull piece. That's gonna be. I will have to use foam clay, most likely. So we'll have to think about how we're going to do that. Because it's, yeah, it's kind of like using clay. And which always feels weird in my ear, because in Polish, glue is klej, K-L-E-J. So Every time I say clay, if I ask for clay, it's like, no, it's... Yeah. So anyway. That one's almost done. That one's still a little bit shiny. Because it says you have to wait 50 minutes. I don't have 50 minutes. I only have 2.5, 3 hours today. Hi, Frexy! How are you doing, my love? So yeah. And so yeah, I need to get some more black plasti dip, and then once this is all put together and all the holes filled up, I can start painting black, and then red. I need to take some pictures. Well, let's try this. Let's see if I can get them together. Ugh. Stick together. Here we go. Right, that's together. Alright. Now I'm still wondering if I should take some of this off or if it's going to be alright. So... just a warning for those of you who are not members. I can't believe that the freaking... So hopefully you won't see that seam anymore once I'm done, so you won't see it, that it's actually off. But yeah, so for those of you who are not subscribed, and I keep forgetting the thing I'm wanting to say. So if you're not subscribed, you might get a ad depending on your location. Nothing much I can do about that. That's how Twitch make their money. And I get a couple of $cents thrown my way. And also a reminder that if you have Amazon Prime, then you can get a Prime sub for free if you link your Amazon and Twitch account. Just a reminder, you will have to redo that every month. So every time your subscription finishes, you have to redo it. It's not automatic. But yeah, if you want to get Jeff Bezos to pay me, use a Prime sub. But I think this is in principle pretty much fucking perfect the way I want it to be. So, because this is so great about this glue. It's literally stuck. So let's put the rest of the glue on. So we're gonna put some glue on here. And any holes we will fill with foam clay. So yes. Whoops. There we go, that's one side. to do the same fucking waiting game, but you know, one of those things. I can have a sip of coffee. But yeah, I mean, for a little while, I was a little bit, you know, burned out by making this cosplay because I was trying to do these gloves all the time. So I have to think about either doing them differently, but this is just pretty good. Well, most of you might be in an ad break, so and one of the things I need to have a look at is this needs to be a bit more like round like that. Anyway, I can always change that. Ah. Well, hopefully everybody's going to be back in about 30 seconds and we might be able to put these two pieces together. You know. At least I drank my coffee while it was warm. It's also a annuity. I know, Fraxy, you know. And everybody's also back, so that's the ad finished for everybody. Yeah, I know. You pray at the altar of coffee, so it's one of those. Right, so let's put these pieces together. Let's see if I can push it a little bit more in. All hail to the gods of the coffee bean! Right, I think. Now there is a bit of overhang on this side. Just pushing down the edges, so sorry. So you can see what I'm doing. Right, so okay, actually that looks pretty good. There's still like areas here where I just have to fill it up and make it look right. So one of the things here is to That's nice of these things. Shouldn't you be a bit more careful while I'm holding a sharp knife? think that's pretty much. That's pretty secure. Hello, Fortress. I have Shin armour. Oh, like if I show it this way. So I see what I did wrong here. Okay. But that's, I can't do anything about that anymore. So let me check and make sure. Other side. Huh. Let's have a quick look at the legs. Up and then round. Yeah, this is a little bit longer, these points, but I think that actually works out right. I'm gonna sand this a little bit more round, but I have to use my sander for that. I don't want to try and cut it all up. And also here, there's got a bit of a gap because on the inside, I put it too low, so the two edges with glue didn't get together where it did on this side. So I might have to put a little bit of glue in between these spots and then just push them close again. Because I know I can, but I want to make sure that they're close properly. I need a thin piece. Tiny bit of glue. This is the problem. I mean, when you're using a pattern, you kind of like work with a known area. They've tested it. It works. When you're doing something that literally is freehanding like this is, it just requires a little bit more play. Right, so let's clean up the edges. I will send them off a little bit. I have to wait again. It's so warm as well, it's just ridiculous. So I also have like a massive glass of... Oh. So you can see me again. But yeah, that's pretty much one side almost done. It's not dry yet, so it's a bit pointless trying to push it together. Anyways. So, I should have sanded down the back seam here because some of this glue can then be gone. But we can fill up these areas and some more of these. And on the inside. So let's see, can I put you together yet? Can you stick? Yeah, that's better. Alright. I'll have to let that dry for a little bit before I can manipulate that properly. And then I think I'm going to have to cut a little bit out. Because it overhangs a little bit. So it's a little bit more nicer into this form. And you can't see, but on the inside here there's a seam as well that I want to fill up with foam clay, so it's all one bit as well. But yeah, that looks pretty good. Even with the slightly off-centered knee pad. But yeah. So yeah, so that's one. Let you dry properly. Let you go here for a second. Because we can start looking at the other side. So here's my right leg. And guess what? We have to do the same thing. All these videos you see on YouTube, it just makes it look so easy. And the problem is that they're all edited. And you won't see them do both legs. You just see them do one leg and they show here, and suddenly they become two. So yeah. Ugh. So one of the things we need to do. Hey JR! Oh my god, 4 months already? Seriously? How fast does the fucking time go? Did you guys hear the sound? Because I'm not hearing the sound. I still have to figure out where that's going wrong. At least I can hear the music. Oh, for God's sake, so that doesn't work. Sound alerts, settings. That's fine. That's control audio via desktop, Streamlab desktop. That should be fine. I don't know. Sound alerts. Please check if you have enable sound turned on. If you do not, turn that on. Is that on here somewhere? Did you hear the Praise the Emperor sound? Because it's not sound alerts, that's the problem. It's the so you do know that, okay. Look, we've got it, look. I've done the cut based on your pictures.
Praise the Emperor!
Yeah, you can hear those. I don't hear those. But then if you can hear the sound... Why is the Praise the Lord not showing up on the screen though? I haven't, literally this has just been glued on, so I can't just try and wear it yet, so this is still letting it dry a bit, but when I tried it on with just a kneecap on, the kneecap sat pretty much where my kneecap is, so oh, it's the alert box that's not showing up now. Test widget. No, no sound is there. This is so confusing. Both the alert box, the sound is on. Yeah, it's on stream track. Put it on 100. Oh. Did you hear that one? I don't still hear it, but then again I don't hear the praise the Emperor either. I might just remove them and... Okay! Okay, so I fixed one part. I fixed one part. I haven't still fixed mine. I can't hear it. So we were a bit further. So I'll put the sound, that one, and that one there. Okay. So we've got a little bit further. They're like free alert box theme for Pride Month. Have you not seen the fact that my alerts are already rainbow shaped? Because, you know, happy Pride. Oh, that's the thing actually. Next week, I don't know if it's next week or the week after, it's Pride. And I will be going. Here in Poland it's still needed. But I will figure out which day it is. I need to look into it. And then see what the times are, because I think last time it finished quite early, so yeah, so the only thing I still have to fix is the reason that I can't hear the sound alerts, because it's really annoying. That the only reason I see it is because luckily I make sure that there's the alerts in the chats as well. But it'd be nice that I can hear it, so if I'm not looking... Headphones, headphones, yes, yes, yes. I don't know. I will have to Google. I will Google that another time. Let's not try and figure things out now. Right. Time to close my other leg. And I did try this, and it actually does fit. So let's heat it up a little bit so it's easier to move around. At least you guys can, that means the stream can hear this alerts. That'd be nice, you know. And yeah, I do like how, you know, how nice the plastic dip looks when you spray paint on it. Right, that should be alright. There's no markings on this side, is there now? Damn it. That should be alright. Ooh, missed. I'm holding it for like this for a little bit, so it's... Problem is, and this is when you make foam armor, that if you're outside in like serious heat, that it can have an effect on the foam and become floppy. So we have to make sure. Right, so let's start applying the glue. Alright, sorry if I'm quiet, it's like trying to... And I should really be wearing gloves again. Again. I really am a bad girl. Right. There we go. Get the glue off my fingers. So while it's drying, I might have a look at some of the other settings that we have. See, it's got everywhere. It's got my headphones. Audio monitoring. Oh. Enable sound. Maybe that was the one that I needed to click. Yeah, that looks like everything's done. We'll see if that fixes it. Or maybe I'll try. No. I don't still hear it. We'll figure it out one day. It looks like I'm probably about to stream. I've been streaming for like 1 hour. So, we're going to get another ad in about 2 minutes. So, in the meantime, maybe before we can do that. Does it look... It looks like it's pretty much dry. So let's try... Yeah, it is for you guys, but I don't hear it. I don't hear the sound. So if I'm not looking at the screen, I might miss things like follows, subscribers, raids, and stuff like that. I haven't had a raid in a long time, but just in case. Oh, no. Count 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, so let's get the last bit on top. So joining this leg, probably prepare the knee parts so we can enter the little knee pad. And if I wanted to start with like getting paint on this after I've bought more plastic dip because I ran out, I need to fill all the holes and things like that, so right, you go and dry for a bit. This is interesting because the other one I had to do a lot more. Oh, actually, yeah, it's still. Let's put some tape over it to hold this together for a bit. Ugh. Stay there. I think the rest is actually keeping pretty well together. There's a couple of people in the ad, so they might not see this. So yeah, there's be some work on the other leg still. Do some filling so we can get it ready to prepare for another layer for some sanding. And Excellent. Well, everybody's back again. So we can show you. I did still put some tape over some of the areas that have the most pressure, because here it runs in. So there's a lot of pressure on this don't. So I just want to make sure. And there's also some, you know, here where it goes this way. So get it a little bit less flat and more round. So let that dry for a bit. Put you there for now. So here, so that should be fully dry now. Actually, you go there. So one of the things is this is a little bit, there's an overlap here, probably because I didn't push it, didn't line it up as good as I could have. But I want to get some of this extra out so that I can fill it up nicely. Come on, you go lie there so people can actually see what I'm doing. And then I can sand that smooth. Ah, come on. I'll make this all nice and smooth with the sander outside. But I just have a little bit more. I am mostly going off this one because I literally can put the edge on here and put it. It's static. It's really annoying. Because that one is a little bit bigger as well, so I will just literally be doing the same thing we did before, but I used your pictures to make this line. So I think if I just use the same. But because it's slightly bigger, I will have to still adjust it to that. But yeah, no, it was really helpful to have that. I don't have Photoshop, I have GIMP. Actually, I like that better. So, hold the knife flush with the edge. There we go. Let go. Ah. I thought I was going inside, but I'm not. I mean, like, a lot of these things is like working from a flat picture to becoming a 3D subject is always hard. That's better. To make sure I have enough space, of course, as well for my knee and stuff. I'll have to do the rest with my sanding, but it's like a lot faster to cut the excess off. Right, okay, that'll do. Okay. So we can start working on making sure that this is all smooth. So we have to go and get some water, and I have to close. Oh, this stuff is so annoying. It's literally static. It sticks to everything. Right, I'm gonna be putting it. I should have done this when we had an ad. I'll be right back in a minute to get some water for the foam clay. Be right back. Right, back. And I just can't be asked with this song, so let's fucking move it on. Come on, pretzel. Next. Ah! Don't know what I did there. Pretzel! Why are you not responding? This song is horrible. Right, do it this way. Seems to have, like, couldn't stop it, couldn't pause it, couldn't move it forward. Which is really, 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 really annoying. Can I? Next. Why are you not responding, stupid computer? What's wrong with you, pretzel? It's just not responding at all. do this for a second. Yeah, it's just not responding. Why? Why? Pretzel, why are you using so much fucking memory? You're using more memory than freaking Streamlabs. Why? Apologies about this. I don't know what's going on at the moment. Just checking if there's not accident something running in the background. Yeah. Now it works. Now I can click next. Right. Sorry about that. Intermission. The Acolyte? Not sure what I know what you mean, JL. And now I have no sound. Oh, I don't have Disney Plus. I don't have Disney Plus. Do you guys hear the music? Because I don't hear it again. Oh, fuck's sake. Reinstall Windows. You're supposed to work better. Yeah, I can't because I can't hear it. I don't know how loud it is. There we go. I just disconnected and connected my sound again. Right, okay. Anyways. All the fucking things that happened. Yeah, no, it doesn't... I don't want them to be really, really loud. Because that's annoying for some people. But... enough to be like a, if I'm silent, that you hear something. So, right. So let's start with some foam clay. Yeah, because you know, if I have my concentration face, I'm not talking. It is just not complete silence, you know. But also for me, as my own self, I need something. I work from home. So if I'm not gaming or I'm doing something else, I have to have some sort of background noise. So yeah. That's why I'm kinda have to have something on. Oh, sorry, I've got itchy nose. So slowly so what I'm doing is taking a little bit of foam clay. I have to make sure my fingers stay slightly moist. So that it doesn't stick to me as much. I've always been told that the foam needs to be wetted as well, but I find that it's easier when it's not wet. So So I'm using as little as possible because I found that if I use too much, it just gets bubbly and I have to sand it down again. So. So that means that if next week, if it's not Pride next week, we might start on trying to make this weird skull. Because the great thing about foam clay is that even you don't have to do it directly on that because that's going to be an absolute pain to do. But once it's dry, you can just use the same glue I'm using now to stick it on. So if I had a 3D printer, I may be tempted to use this 3D printer, but I don't. So maybe one day. Maybe one day. Yeah. But see if I can get this as smooth as possible. Might have to do it a few more times. I'm trying to make. I'd rather have a few. Have to do it a few times than having too much and having to send it off again. Because sending off, it just will always make issues as well. So. The less I use, the better it is, I feel. Yeah, but it's almost... Yeah. But to work with the clay, it's just going to be interesting to try. True, true. I will find something else to do. Oh, I still haven't done that outside. I mean, I've been so busy. One part doing the business that the startup that I'm doing, and then it's been quite busy at work as well. And you know, trying to get where I want to go. So yeah. So that's why, I mean, people sometimes ask me, can you not stream more often? So no, I just don't have the time to stream more often. This is kind of my time. My one time that I set aside for myself to actually do this, so that I actually make progress on it. Because if I don't stream, nothing happens. So yeah. I will check and make sure I know if Pride is actually. So I can tell you guys if I'm going to be there tomorrow, next week or not. Because I'm thinking that if I'm not going to be on the Saturday, I might stream on the Sunday. Sorry, Conric, I might miss the games, but yeah. Ah, 22nd. It's all in Polish, but I can read it. Huh? Why is there 2 dates? See, this is why I'm confused, because there's been a bit of a drama with Pride. Ja, Parade Noshe says the 22nd. But there's someone saying that there's also a Pride on 15th. Yeah, from what I see, it is the 22nd. So next week I will be as normal. I know this is the official one. So what's this one? Oh, this is just something else. It's apparently where the week starts. Yeah, this is the week of Pride. So between the 15th and the 22nd, there's loads of parties and things like that. I don't have time for it. Yeah, I have. I've been going since before the pandemic and after the pandemic. Initially, I tried to meet up with friends, but like last year, nobody was able to because there was a competition where a lot of my friends were going to. So, yeah. Yeah, I always try to go to Pride here in Warsaw. Well, now luckily, so this year, was it this year or last year? No, this year, there was an election and Poland elected a coalition of left-leaning, like the PIS or PIS, what was the ruling party. They are pretty Christian right, or Catholic right, because it's Catholicism here. And although they're officially still the largest party, now they only have 35%, so they couldn't form a majority. Nobody wanted to do a coalition with them. And before the election, a couple of parties, more left-leaning parties and central parties had agreed to create a coalition, so people could vote for whatever party was most aligned to them, knowing that as long as they got the majority, they would lead. So we luckily have elected a more left-leaning party, and they've said they're going to try and get our abortion rights reinstated, to get the issues with the Supreme Justice's Court here sorted. I try not to talk about politics, but here in Poland it's been such a problem that I do think it's something like there's a lot of misinformation about Poland. So, but yeah, they also hope to do things like, because here same-sex marriage doesn't exist. The old party, the PIS, they wouldn't allow it. So we're hoping that will come through. Yeah, we're a European country, we're in the EU and everything, and we don't have same-sex marriage. Now I don't care about marriage. I think it's an outdated institute. But I can get that some people want the protection because there is more protection when you're married. Which is stupid, but true. But yeah. There's still issues here. Especially due to just ignorance, in my opinion. Usually on in my birthday month in August, I would stream and make collections for an organization here in Poland called Lambda Warszawa, which is a organization that runs a hostel and more, but mostly they run a hostel for those kids that get kicked out of their houses because of being LGBTQ. IA+. When the war with Ukraine started, they worked really hard on, you know, taking in those people, especially trans people, to help them with continuing their medication and stuff like that. And they worked really hard on that sort of stuff. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of talk by for instance, the Warsaw mayor is always there, and he's a pretty, you know, centralist, I would say. I wouldn't call him left-leaning. And he always comes and walks a mile with the parade. Because Warsaw is pretty open. They have the rainbow on what they call Stalin's, which is the thing that Stalin puts in all the. But yeah. So it's the 22nd. So next week I will be here. Oh God, damn it. Here in Warsaw, it's not too much of a problem. If I go to any of the smaller places, the way I look, yeah, you know. Now, of course, I identify as one part of the LGBTQI+. So, let's see. That's looking alright. I'll have to let it dry a little bit and see where I can still see edges. And let's start on the side here. Have to look at the time there. Let's get some more of the clay off my fingers. Should have not used that bit of clay. It was slightly dried. Besides, it's Pride Month. We should be talking about equal rights for everybody. Yeah, it depends, because I know, like for instance, the Pride in Manchester, you have to pay to get in the area where the Pride Parade is, and I'm like, that's insane to me. I talked about people on TeamSpeak on my with Henrik and stuff, and I told them about the fact that last year, there's an organization here called something about something family. I don't know the exact translation from Polish. But they're of course a very Catholic organization, and the day after the Pride Parade, on the Sunday, they did a whole thing about families first and all that sort of malarkey. And the same organization last year was at our Pride Parade burning rainbow flags. So it gives you an idea that there's people that will be on the route of the parade that have a microphone and a speaker. Of course, I don't understand a thing that they're saying 9 or 10 times because my Polish is shit. But they're usually preaching, like talking about how gay people go to hell and how we're spawn of the devil. Somebody once told me a little bit what they were saying. But this organization, there were people like literally at the beginning of the parade, they were literally burning rainbow flags. there's police. So on the outside of the parade, there'll be police walking every so many meters, and it's not to protect them from us; it's to protect us from them, because there have been problems in the past. So yeah. So it's still needed if people act like that. I mean, I would love to go to theirs and then just burn effigies of uteruses. Because fuck kids. If anybody haven't realised, I don't want kids, don't have kids. And I'm now old enough not to have to worry about it anymore. But yeah, it's insane. And the thing is, in Warsaw itself, I haven't noticed much problems. My purple hair, my tattoos, my piercings, not much of a problem. But I do know in other areas where it can be a problem. Especially to the east of Poland, where it's there's more still religious indoctrination and stuff. So, but yeah. The only thing I need is better shoes to walk. So I like bringing my shit kickers, which are big military style boots with chains and stuff like that, because you know they're great for metal concerts in case people come near me when they're in the mosh pit. But they're not really made to walk that long. Oh, the blisters. Oh. Yes, they were. Because, you know, something kicks off. If something to work kick off, I know I'll be able to protect myself. So, or protect others. Let me say it that way. Won't be the first time I protected some girls. Because you know, the advantages of being 5'9" are for those not using feet and inches 175. I'm pretty tall. Not for a Dutch girl, but so we're getting there slowly. I mean, also part because I'm ex-military, so I always have a tendency not to wear something that I couldn't potentially get out of a situation. And that might be a weird way to live, but yeah. Yes. Why I look a bit like, you know. I always go from an assumption that if something happens, can I do something? So you rarely, I do have heels and stuff like that and pretty shoes. But in general, I can run on them. My rule for shoes, can I run in them? So yeah. Thing is, like, I lived most of my life with the idea of go and do shit. If you don't want to get a chance to do something, go do the things. There's still a lot of stuff that I'm like, I wish I did that. Well, you know. Or as we discussed yesterday, but except for bungee jumping, I will not do bungee jumping. More to do with like the powers that go on your body. But I've jumped out of airplanes. With a parachute, don't worry. I did wear a parachute. Alright. Oh, it's always sick. Yeah, I mean, I now am limited, and I was kind of limited in the army as well, and that's also one of the things. I have a terrible knee, which I haven't really like helped much. That after the army I played rugby union, I played roller derby, which is rugby on roller skates. You know. But yeah, medical stuff is, you're going to be limited by that. I have that at the moment. I mean, I can't even do some stuff because this is the highest I can lift my arm at the moment. This arm, fine. This arm, this is the highest I can lift at the moment. So it's better already because I couldn't, you know, this was the max for a long time. So like here. But now I can go here. So it's slowly getting better. But yeah. Seizures are serious. Because you have to be safe. This is why I'm saying is there's certain things I can't do anymore. Body is like, no. I have to go over a set with the sanding iron. This. Then again, I also think that some of the things that I managed to do, also because, you know, I did them in the 90s. Because, you know, there's a lot of differences now compared to then. Right. That's kinda... I need to work on the edge there. Right, so... Is it worth filling this up and then send? I think it might as well. Might as well. I'm gonna send it anyway, so. Right. more glue. Clay, clay, glue, clay. There we go. Right, I need the wet finger. There we go. But yeah. Alright, that's actually gone quite smoothly. Oh. Fill the hole! Run! Come here! Alright, here we go. Making sure, yeah. Oh. Ah. Every time I forget to wet my fingers, it pulls the clay. Come on, give me some more. If your finger is too wet, it's just smoother. Yeah, there's with a lot of things, isn't it, that when you're used to a certain thing, whether it's medication or anything like that, any changes, it's going to be so weird. My brother's stepson is about 16, 17. He's got a pacemaker because of heart problems. And yeah, he needs to be adjusted once in a while. And he says it's always weird when it happens, when it activates. Right. Think. Let's put on the edge here. Make it full closed. See, you can see how it's how wobbly it is. You can't probably see it, but I can, and it's annoying me. Just have to sand most of this proper. See, here it's like a lot better. Right, so it's quite a gap there. Well, don't actually accidentally activate my mouse and push on something. So that's getting there. Still getting that to dry. This is something you might not see a lot of, but I need quite a bit of glue. Why do I do this in my brain? Clay on the inside seam. And since I need to sand this down quite a bit, I'm not going to fill that up. But I'm going to fill in underneath. So, well, no. Oh yeah, there you can see there that seam I'm filling up. Stuck to my thumb. That's better. Get in there. Difficult to do because you can't really see what you're doing. I have to do this properly on like feel. You can't see it, I can't see it. I still, although, you know, even though you might not see it while I'm wearing it, it's still something that I want to have, like, looking reasonably decent. Doesn't have to be perfect. But still, you know, don't want to have any gaping holes. Sorry, concentration phase. That side's pretty much solid now. As in, there's no gaps. So, can I show you? Yeah. See, the gaps are being filled slowly. There's still a little bit there, where you can see there. There's no gap anymore, but here there's still a gap. So I'm literally doing this on feel. Looks like I'm close to doing my 2-hour mark, so there's going to be another ad, of course. They come every 30 minutes. It's the lowest I can set them to. Well, I could probably set them lower, but then, you know. They'll come. Twitch complaints. There we go. Sorry, you can't see this, but you know, it's a bit the same that I've been doing on the outside. I think that side's getting there. Yeah. Right, got a little bit. Okay, I think that we're getting there. There might be a little bit still here. Still a little bit of a hole here. There's an ad happening now, so those of you that are still here, Will you just there? And just smooth out. Right, I think we'll have to let that dry and see how it goes once I sand it down a little bit. Dirty hands. So, if I get a chance, depending on the weather again, it's been alright at the moment. So I'm going to sand down this so it's nice and smooth. Could I fill this? I could fill this, don't I? I could fill that. But yeah, before I fill this, I want to sand this down so it looks nice and smooth. Right, now that everybody's back, so we pretty much did the inside, and you can see it's not nice and neat because it's really difficult to do when you can't see. So I'm going to let that dry, and when I'm going to next week, I'll be sanding, or maybe even tomorrow, depending on the weather, sanding this all nice and smooth so it looks like it's one piece, and then smooth down all the filled seams that we've done. I want to just still fill this one here as well. Then we can see if we have a chance of doing something. Ah, need to remember to drink water. So yeah. Right. Now if I have time, I'll start on manufacturing the knee pad into the other. And there's cat hairs everywhere. Oh. See, filling a seam like this is so much easier. It's like caulking. Yeah, this is getting to almost final stages before painting, which is exciting. You may have missed that, but I need to buy some more black plastic dip because I ran out. But then I can finally start finishing up spray painting my shoe armor, so I can finally finish those off. Alright, that actually is pretty getting there. Come here. People, control your dogs, will you? How will you not embarrassed that your dog barks so much? I really don't get that. Ah! Come on. There's one spot here I just can't seem to... Right, slowly getting there. And I can wash my hands and we can start on the other one. I'm glad I've got another pot because I'm slowly getting out of this one. It looks like there's a lot in it, but a lot of it's dried up. So I can't use that. Okay. Right. Tiny bit more, because it seems to not want to... There's one little corner that just doesn't want to fill. There you go. Why? Come on. There it is. Right, okay. Right. Nah! See, I moved it the wrong way around, that's probably why. Gotta fill up some of this hole here. So it's something about how I place my finger that it's not. Maybe move it the other way then. Ah, that's better. use. That's better. Right. That's it for now for the clay. Clay. Yeah, clay. Foam clay. So we got most of the areas filled up. We will need another sand. And then I'll be sanding this a little bit more round. that's it. I think that's about right. I think that's about right. Okay. And the other side, make that correct. Right. Now, did we say this side? You go there. Yeah. Now you the straightest side. Or is it this way? No, it is the other way this side. Looks better. That looks straighter. Yeah. Now, let's compare them. Oh. Yeah, that's about right. So, ooh, stay there. All the space I made, and it's still not enough. Right, so I needed to take that so I can do that better. Right. Is that about right? That's about right. Right? And oh. Okay. Right. let's cut this out. This is always the scary part. Apologies for concentration phase. Alright. Yoink! On my pile of bits and pieces. Yeah, be alright. Stay. No, you don't stay right. So now we can glue the knee pad in. Right, that's it. Right, that's glue. Because I'm looking at the time and I will have to stop soon, so once it's in, and next week we can do the whatever this is called. I have to look into medieval armor and see what that thing is called. But because you know, we're about done with that one as well. So let me be wise and finally remember to put my fucking gloves on. One, two. They're a bit stuck together. Hiya! Right. Another ad starts. Yes, we're almost streaming for 2.5 hours. The time goes quickly sometimes. But I'm very happy how far we got on. Right, let you dry. Making sure I do the right side. Right. I'll hold this for a while it's drying, because this is one of the... Ah, Polion! They... Usually, most of the armor pieces have French names as well, I've realized. But then, it's one of those things. Polion. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So, who knows, next week I will have been able to spray paint the shoe armor. The shoe armor as well, so we can finally put that fully together and so that once that's, and there's an ad at the moment for those of you that can't see. So then I may be able to finish off the shoe armor as well and start actually trying testing and walking around in them and see if it actually works. And I should be smart and actually, like, you start using those boots, because, you know, won't be good to go and actually walk around for miles on shoes that, you know, that might be never walked in. So it's getting that. So right, let's see. Let's do the middle first. Oh, can you not just stay there? Oh gosh. Right. That looks like it's pretty much stuck, isn't it? There's one bit here, but it's because it's really difficult to push. I know it sticks out a little bit, but that's... We'll work out on that. That's not a problem. Please? Or does it... It kind of looks still off, but... Well, it's stuck together as good as it goes. So we've got my right leg done as well, the knee. Whee! So... So that's getting there. So we've got a full one now. That just needs sanding and checking. You can see the inside hasn't been filled up. Just needs another sand to get that completely smooth. Got the bottom bit. And then of course we did the right leg today, so... But yeah, so that's starting to get there. So again, it's like the bit there, the flare at the back is less because it doesn't need as much. But I think we're pretty on point there. I know. So next week, make sure that this one is completely sanded, and maybe even I get a chance if I get the spray paint in the plastic dip in time, I might have put a layer of plastic dip on it. And for this one next week, we'll make the little flange bit. So, but that's pretty good. So let's... Oh, fuck. Ah, give me that. You can go in there, you can go in there. Make sure that this is... It's really annoying if you glue the lid on the glue part. There we go. That should be fine. Blink. There we go. Right. Oh. So like I said, since I have red but I have no black at the moment, I should be able to better holds, get some layers of red on here. There. The red looks a lot brighter in this camera. Does it look okay on my... Still looks a little bit brighter than in real life. So it still needs, I think, one more layer of red and then a layer of clear. And here's what we're doing at the moment. So this is the soft side of the Velcro, and I've got Velcro on the inside there. So I'll be gluing, once finished spray painted, gluing this piece here. So it, like that, and then I can go yoink. Now if by any chance it so happens that when I'm walking this gets loose, it's actually really strong Velcro, so I don't think it should. Just in case it does, then I might just get a strip of Warbler and just make this solid. So this is a layer of foam. So it's a little layer of foam, like 2mm foam, and it's Warbler is what's going over it, which is actually hardened. So it's like a plastic that you can make malleable. So it's like it's used a lot in cosplay armor building, and I knew with the amount of moving that you do with your foot, I needed something a little bit more stronger than just foam, and this is a little bit heavier as well. So I wouldn't want to make a whole armor out of Warbler. So I made it so that this is kind of hardened. So I need to take these apart and start spray painting them. But if the Velcro doesn't work, might just make this solid with a piece of Warbler, because it sticks onto the other side because it's Warbler on the inside. Because in principle, I realize I can just go plonk over the shoe and not having to worry about Velcro. But I need to test this. I haven't walked in these shoes for a very long time yet. But yeah, I need to put one more layer of spray paint on that, and probably a clear coat so it doesn't rub. But I don't think it rubs as much. Even if it does rub, it kind of makes it more authentic, because it would happen in real life as well. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're doing at the moment. So this is the flame red plastic dip that goes over a layer of black. But like it's darker than you can see. So this one has had 2 layers. So this one needs an extra layer still. And then I need to do this one. But if you look at this, put on the side, like so, like that way. And this is how it's going to sit. So there's space to move, because, you know, but that's in principle the whole leg. What I'll, like I said, I keep saying that I still need to buy a freaking tripod so I could take pictures. Oh, the laces would be a pain to do behind my back, because you have to think you're wearing this. Oh, you mean the? Oh, I assume you don't mean the shoe, because the shoe I just put on and then put the cover over it. There's no way of putting laces. It's almost impossible. I'll make it very bulky. I need something that, like, when you close this, it's not visible. So if I have to do that with just a layer of Warbler on the back, so it's closed and nothing else happens, and I just remove it like this from the boot and put it back on, so be it. It's not, you know, the same reason why I decided to make this fully enclosed, so I can just pull it on and then pull the shoes on and then put it back. The only thing that's going to be attached, really, because it's kind of just going to, if it works, rest on top of the shoe. The only thing I'm going to use some Velcro in to attach to my leggings is the thigh armour. So, but it is that time. I need to have a look and see if I can raid someone. need the mouse for that. Right. Is there anybody I can raid? Let's see. Any more, except for Danger Angels, he's there. I need to make sure that I add crochet, not English, 3D printing, Lego. I have no cross stitch. It helps if people like put in what they're doing. No. Sorry that I'm watching like this. Like, can I apply a filter that says English? There we go. That helps. It looks like there's only one cosplay person streaming, so I might just go and do Danger Angel. See, we do stream, and we do raid her quite a bit. She's of course on the other side of the pond, so for her it's early and not late. So. Oh yeah. Oh lovely. Hi Lucy, how are you doing? Yeah, I made a lot of progress. Sorry, I was on a different screen. Yeah, we're about to raid. Sorry, Lucy. It's almost 7 o'clock, and that means that my cat will come and say, "Oi, oi, feed me." So yes, but yeah, you're right, JR. The amount of people that have cosplay in their title that don't do cosplay. It's, yeah. I have a few blocked because I just don't want to see them because all they do is sit down in a bikini pretending to be cosplaying. So, but I don't see any other cosplay crafters than Danger Angels, so I will probably go and... This is the reason why I usually miss Lucy's streams as well, because she's on the other side of the pond, so when she streams it's either late or I'm in the middle of something and I can't watch. No, it doesn't look like so. We'll go and raid Danger Angel, because I think that's the only one out there with doing cosplay crafting. Right, okay. Okay. I guess that's what we're doing. Yeah, I know. My stream time is probably the problem on Saturday is that at 8 PM my time I'm actually gaming with a large group of friends, so it doesn't always happen to me to be able to stream any later. Maybe one day I will find time, but at the moment time is at an absolute minimum. So, but I have done quite a lot in the hours that I've done. So, but yeah. Take care, Lucy. I will try and get one of your streams as well. So let's stop that. Right, so Right. She's doing some amazing work though, so it's a really nice demon cosplay. So, right. Yeah, life is crazy. I'm employed. I've got a startup that's picking up speed at the moment. So this is all the time I get now. So right, everybody, thank you so much. Let me do it this way. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for oh, that's what happened. My camera got ticked. I'm gonna still go and raid Danger Angel cosplay. She does a cosplay. Like I said, she's on the other side of the pond, so it's early for her. And I will be back next week. As I said, Pride is the week after, and hopefully next week we've got some more progress that I can do for show from spray painting and sanding that I need to do. So we will see you next week. Take care, everybody. Be safe, and let's go raid Danger Angel.